In 2025, something fell into our solar system from another star. It had been traveling for billions of years, and within weeks of finding it, we pointed every major radio telescope on Earth directly at it and listened. What we heard or didn't hear changes how we think about the search for life in the universe. On July 1st, 2025, a telescope in Chile called ATLAS, the Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System, caught something that should not exist in our solar system. A faint, fuzzy object moving across the sky at a speed that made no sense for anything orbiting our sun. Astronomers ran the numbers, then they ran them again. The object had an orbital eccentricity of 6.14. Anything above 1.0 is already on a one-way trip through. This thing registered 6.14. It was not from here. It had never been from here. They named it 3I Atlas, C2025N1. The 3I stands for Third Interstellar Object Ever Detected by Humanity. And almost immediately, somebody asked the question that changes everything. What if it didn't come here by accident? 3I Atlas was moving at roughly 58 kilometers per second in excess of solar escape velocity, hyperbolic excess speed. At its closest approach to the sun, it hit nearly 250,000 kilometers per hour. ESA has described it as the fastest interstellar visitor ever recorded. It was traveling backwards relative to every planet, an orbital inclination of 175 degrees, nearly perfectly retrograde. It came in from the direction of Sagittarius, toward the center of the Milky Way. Unlike the first interstellar object, Oumuamua, 3I Atlas had a tail, a coma. It was venting gas, water, carbon dioxide at an unusually high ratio of 8:1 relative to water, carbon monoxide, methane, hydrogen cyanide, even traces of nickel vapor. It was technically a comet, a natural icy nucleus, probably between 440 meters and 5.6 kilometers across, most likely under a kilometer, that had wandered interstellar space for an almost incomprehensible stretch of time. Researchers, Hopkins et al., used the object's trajectory and galactic kinematics to infer its age, somewhere between 7.6 and 14 billion years old. Our sun is 4.6 billion years old. If the lower bound is right, this object predates our solar system by 3 billion years. It may be the oldest physical object ever directly observed by humanity. It was almost certainly born in a star system that no longer exists, one that lived, burned, and died before our sun formed a single planet. We had it in our telescopes for roughly 6 months. Perihelion occurred on October 29, 2025, at 136 astronomical units. Its closest pass by Earth came on December 19, 2025, at about 1.8 AU, 269 million kilometers. Never a threat. It is now leaving the solar system permanently. It will never return. To understand why scientists immediately started listening for alien signals, you have to understand what happened 8 years earlier. In 2017, astronomers spotted the first interstellar object ever detected, 1I Oumuamua, and it was deeply, stubbornly strange. No coma, no tail, a shape estimated to be either extremely elongated or almost flat, like a pancake. And most disturbing, it was accelerating away from the sun in a way gravity alone could not explain, about 30 standard deviations off. Astrophysicists Avi Loeb and Shmuel Bialy published a paper in 2018 suggesting Oumuamua could be an artificial light sail built by an extraterrestrial civilization, peer-reviewed and published, but not broadly accepted. Most researchers favor natural explanations, a fragment of exotic ice, an iceberg of molecular hydrogen or nitrogen, but the uncertainty never fully went away. So when 3I Atlas arrived, the scientific community was primed. This time, they would not just watch. This time, they would listen. Scan 1. Between July the 2nd and 10th, 2025, days after discovery, the SETI Institute pointed the Allen Telescope Array at 3I Atlas for 7.25 hours, sweeping 1 to 9 gigahertz. It recorded 74 million candidate signals. Each had to be evaluated. The team, Sheikh et al., Astronomical Journal, June 2026, filtered out known terrestrial sources, Iridium satellites, GPS, LTE. After filtering, 211 remained. Then they tested those 211 with on-off source methodology. None followed the object. All 211 were terrestrial interference. Sensitivity limit, 10 to 110 watts. Nothing. Scan 2. On December 18, 2025, less than 24 hours before closest approach, Breakthrough Listen used the Green Bank telescope, 100 meters across, covering 1 to 12 gigahertz. Sensitivity, enough to detect a transmitter putting out 1/10 of a watt, 100 milliwatts. Nothing. Scan 3, the most sensitive of all. China's FAST, 500 meters, observed across 4 epochs between October 2025 and January 2026. Its sensitivity limit was 2.9 milliwatts, the most stringent technosignature upper limit ever placed on any interstellar object in history. Nothing. Before you feel deflated, let us be precise. These telescopes search for a technosignature, a narrowband radio signal measured in just a few hertz that no known natural process produces. A tight, narrowband signal is energetically efficient for communication, the kind of civilization might deliberately send. But the scans have limits. They searched a specific frequency range at one moment in time for signals pointing our way. A civilization not broadcasting toward us or using a different method would be invisible. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. What it is a precisely measured constraint, and every boundary we measure teaches us where to look next. 3 interstellar objects in 8 years. Oumuamua 2017, Borisov 2019, 3I Atlas 2025. That is not an increase in visitors. These things have always passed through. We are simply getting better at finding them. And as of June 30th, 2026, the Vera Rubin Observatory in Chile officially began its legacy survey of space and time. A 10-year all-sky survey imaging the entire southern sky every few nights. Models suggest it could detect dozens of interstellar objects per year, not one a decade, dozens per year. The solar system is about to become a place we share in our awareness, with travelers from everywhere in the galaxy. Everyone a message in a bottle from a star system we will never visit, and everyone will be scanned more carefully, with better tools. 3I Atlas turned out to be exactly what the physics said it should be, a frozen remnant, ancient beyond reckoning, passing through on a borrowed arc of gravity. No signals, no technology, no answer to the question we most want answered. But consider what we did. A rock from another star entered our neighborhood. We found it within days. We built instruments sensitive enough to hear a handheld radio from 269 million kilometers away. We placed the most stringent constraint on alien transmission ever recorded, and we published the results. That is not failure. That is the scientific method applied to the oldest question our species has ever asked. 3I Atlas is already gone, receding into interstellar space on a path it will follow forever, carrying no answer back to wherever it came from. But the next one is coming, and when it arrives, we will be better prepared. We will be listening.